everyone. My name is Dr. Frank Clark, and I'm an adult board certified psychiatrist at Prisma Health in Greer, South Carolina. So I'm very excited about this year's annual meeting as the theme will be focusing on empowering the psychiatric workforce, taking control of our practices one step at a time. One of the ways I believe that we can do that is to be in tune with ourselves as not only healers, but more importantly, as human beings. Some of my sessions will be focused on redefining joy in psychiatry, and that is a session that I will be chairing with my esteemed panelists, which include Dr. Erica Bath, Dr. Tiffany Bell, Dr. Justin Chen, and Dr. Ayana Jordan. During this session, we hope to engage audience members and we hope to foster a healthy dialogue about what it means to be human, what it means to redefine joy. How do we sustain joy in psychiatry, especially during a time where there is political strife in our country, when wars are being fought, when there's conflict at home? What will we do as psychiatrists to take hold of our practices one step at a time? And I believe that we can do that by talking about what is bringing us joy. For some, that might be poetry. For some, that might be arts and crafts. For some, that might be taking a long walk with their partner. For some, that might be playing a musical instrument. But I think it is so important, it is paramount that we protect our inner peace amidst the chaos. The second session that I'm a part of is an extension, what I would say, of how do we define ourselves as psychiatrists? The session, We Are Psychiatrists, We Are Artists, Cultivating a Career of Artistry in Psychiatry, really highlights the intersectionality between the arts and humanities and medicine. This session will feature Dr. Almin Suleiman, Dr. Siba Aman, Dr. Emily Lafferman, and myself. We are all artists. We were artists before we were psychiatrists. And I believe this session also helps us remember and reiterate that as human beings, we are multidimensional. We were not created as one-dimensional people. And so when we think about medicine, medicine is an art. It's like a beautiful Monet that has so many interpretations from various people who are coming to view that painting. Our patients teach us a lot about ourselves. Our patients are a work of art. When we sit across from them, we are observing a painting that sometimes is flowing with tears and other times beaming with joy. It's multicolored, multi-layered, various canvases. So I hope that our audience members will be able, at the end of that session, to think about themselves or redefine themselves as multidimensional, and that they will rediscover of what it means to be a true artist and not just a psychiatrist. The last session focuses on how do we show up in institutions that maybe don't see our worth, our values. I'm going to be joining my colleagues, Dr. Jonathan Shepard, who is the president of the Black Caucus of the APA, as well as my colleague, Dr. Joshua Anthony, who is a psychiatry resident. And we're going to be talking about how do we break down these barriers, these institutional barriers. How can we still be seen and heard and validated even when maybe institutions refuse to see our worth, especially as it relates to psychiatrists of color, those who would be involved in the BIPOC community. We have known for many years and centuries of the deleterious effects of structural racism and how that affects the healer and the one who is asking to be healed, which as psychiatrists, We experience both. We've taken both roles. We are healers, but we are also patients. And the session is going to really focus on the experiences of three Black men who happen to be psychiatrists and talking about our journeys within the systems that we work for and work within and the system abroad. And how do we foster this sense of belonging? Where is that space for us? Not many of us can say that that space is where we work. I'm happy to say that where I work, I have that space, but not many people do have that space where they feel that there is psychological safety, that they can be their authentic selves, that they can not have to censor. So how do we go about belonging? Sometimes we have to go outside of our institutions. And during this session, we will be talking about a wellness group that was instituted and implemented by Dr. Jonathan Shepard. It is a wellness group for Black male healthcare professionals, ranging from medical students to residents to attending physicians of all specialties. And we meet at least monthly to come together to have a shared sense of humanity, a sacred space that fosters healing, that fosters belonging, and that fosters validation. So I hope that you will be able to attend these 3 sessions. Mark it on your calendar. We would love to see you, and we want to hear from you because we're all struggling in some sort of way, and we are all in need of healing.